Now, Indian states of Goa and Punjab goes to polling today from 7 a.m. onwards. The final day of campaigning saw top leaders trying to gather support for their candidates in different parts of the states. Punjab is going to polls for 117 assembly seats with a population of 1.98 crore people eligible to vote in the high-stake election. Over 200 companies of paramilitary forces have been dispatched in the state, which saw a car blast barely 2 days before the campaign was to end. Goa too is all set for the assembly polls today, which will witness a contest among ruling BJP, opposition Congress, new entrant Aam Aadmi Party and the Shiv Sena forging a three-party alliance. Over 11 lakh voters in Goa are eligible to exercise their right to vote to elect members for the 40-seat state assembly. These are the latest visuals now coming in. Voting has officially started and we are joined by our correspondent Nishita Virendra from Panaji. Nishita, voting's already started as we can see from these visuals. Give us a sense of the mood out there and what reactions you've been getting.
Well, it is an exciting day for the people of Goa today, Sahil. Let's not forget that a traditional Congress versus BJP turf is witnessing a three-pronged war today. On one hand, it is the BJP that is the incumbent government. On the other hand, it is the Congress that is trying to revive itself desperately. And then you have the Aam Aadmi Party that has pretty fiercely thrown its hat in the ring. So it is a three-pronged contest, along with other spoilers like MGP and GSM. So it is an exciting day indeed. And let's not forget that Goans, although they might seem laid back and might be considered a fairly laid back population whose issues do not move away from the borders of their own area, are people who have turned out in large numbers in the past to cast their vote. In the 2012 elections, as many as 81% of the population really turned up to cast its vote. Some of the polling booths even recorded 100% turnout, which is a rarity in our country. So it is the beginning of polling. It has been 7 a.m. You have had a few of the voters really come in. I am currently standing in Panjim at the polling booth where we are expecting to see Manohar Parrikar, who is the biggest and the most powerful leader for the BJP in Goa. Although the BJP has not really put up a chief ministerial face this time around, the party is still trying to ride on the popularity and the popularity that Manohar Parrikar, the defense minister, really enjoys. He too has been camping here for the last 1 month. So definitely an exciting day for the people of Goa today. 7 a.m. the polling has begun. You have been seeing voters come in. Strict security arrangements have also been put in place. But voting has always been pretty peaceful here in Goa. You have in total around 12 lakh registered voters in the 40 constituencies, and it amounts to just about 27,000 odd voters per constituency. Just one of the constituency tops with 28,000 voters. So the people of Goa are expecting to see a non-hassle-free day of elections as they have been witnessing in the last several years.
Online, let's take a look at some of the issues that Goa faces as these polling starts. Crime rate is highest in Goa, 63.7 compared to 10.3 at national level. Okay, we're just going back to Nishita Virendra. Nishita, Goa election counts for about 40 members. How important is that number?
Sahil, if you could repeat the question.
This is a very good. Thank you. You excited, sir, or nervous? But please don't do it here. Yes. You are violating election code and you are violating my problem. Sorry.
Okay, this is live visuals coming in. This is Manohar Parrikar coming in. He's coming to cast his vote. You can see the press right in the middle of everything. He will be casting his vote. This is the live visual of Manohar Parrikar coming in, and he will be casting his vote. And we will keep you updated with this at all times. I'm just going to also go back to our correspondent Nishita. Nishita, let's also talk about a little bit about the issues, because at the end of the day, it's the issues that really matter to the voters, because any party contesting in these polls need to focus on these issues. So walk us through some of these issues that is on the minds of voters at the moment.
Well, largely the people of Goa have been looking at stability and issues like, let's not forget that the mining ban, you have the proposed ban of casinos, employment for the youth in Goa, a big boost to the tourism, infrastructure development. These are the issues that mainly are being focused on in Goa, and of course, the fisheries industry as well. So these are the prime areas where all parties have really pitched in and made their own set of promises. You have the Congress, which has been giving the same promises for the last several years. The BJP is trying to ride on all the work that they have done in the last 5 years since 2012, since coming into power. And then you also have the Aam Aadmi Party making some big promises, like how we have seen them do in Delhi as well. So it is multiple issues that the people of Goa are really looking at. But Goa as a state itself is a very internal state. They are someone who focus on issues that affect them on a day-to-day basis, even for an assembly election. They are not really that concerned or affected by national issues as we have seen in the past. And the people of Goa, the state of Goa is small. It has just about 12 lakh people are casting their vote. The voter turnout is huge. It has a sizable number of youth voters who have been fence-sitters all along the rallies that we have seen in Goa, and a lot of importance has been given to this state, to this tourist destination ahead of these elections. You have almost 90% of these constituencies that were covered by national leaders from different parties. While as far as the BJP said, you had the Prime Minister himself really come down and address. In the Aam Aadmi Party, you had Kejriwal really driving the campaign in the state. And then as far as the Congress is concerned, you had the Vice President Rahul Gandhi arrive. So really no stone left unturned by these three parties. And also the parties will be wary of followers like MGP as well as GSM who have rebel voters and could probably turn things around. But we have seen many of the states really, you have the parties going ahead and calling the election. In Goa, it's very unlikely to happen because there have several undercurrents. However, none of the parties have been really able to call the elections, and now we have the model code of conduct in place, so the party is strictly maintaining it even as we speak. And you have Manohar Parikar, the defense minister, who has just about arrived to cast his vote at one of the polling booths in Panjim.
Also, Nishita, like you said, that's Manohar Parikar casting his vote there. What are the chances of Parikar returning if the party wins? I mean, Amit Shah and Nitin Gadkari have been dropping hints after all.
That's right. It seems like BJP does not really want to make any promises of bringing Parikar back to the BJP in the state of Goa from the centre. But at the same time, they would like to ride on his success. Let's not forget that it is the incumbent Chief Minister Lakshmikant Parsekar who replaced Manohar Parikar, and the same amount of popularity was not really enjoyed by him. In fact, the BJP did not even go ahead and make him the chief ministerial candidate. So definitely it is Manohar Parikar who enjoys a lot of command over certain parts of Goa, even to this date. People who we interacted with have gone on to say that they are extremely happy that Manohar Parikar has campaigned for about a month, but knowing that he is in the centre, knowing that the BJP has not made any promises, it could really work in two different ways for the BJP. How it will work, we will only learn it on the 11th of March when the votes will be counted. But today is really certainly an exciting day for the people of Goa. The fairly lazy town is coming to life. You have the people steadily coming into these polling booths to cast their vote. So definitely, on one hand, BJP trying to ride the success of Manohar Parikar. He's seen as a decisive leader. He is seen as a strong face. So you see, one of the sentences that one of the locals went on to state as far as Manohar Parikar was concerned is that wo jo bolta hai, wo karta hai. So they like the fact that he's a decisive leader. Goa has seen a lot of loot as far as corruption is concerned, as far as environmental damage is concerned, and that is something that the people of Goa will be voting against. Whether they feel the incumbent government is not facing any backlash despite the change in the top order midterm in 2014, or whether they would like to give a new party a chance, or whether they would like to go for one of the old horses, we will know on the 11th of March, Sahil.
Also, Nishita, in a way, this is an election of many firsts. I mean, 2017 poll features CCTV cameras, VVPAT, all-women poll booths, GPS for flying squads to track movement and ensure prompt action. So, yeah, polling is a first for many things.
Well, Sahil, if you could repeat the question.
Yeah, I'll repeat the question. I'm saying that this election in many ways is seen as an election of many firsts. It's featuring CCTV cameras, VVPAT, all-women poll booths, GPS for flying squads. I mean, it's fair to say that this is an election of many firsts.
Absolutely, it is definitely an election of many firsts. It is not just as far as the facilities are concerned for the electorate or for the administration, but also the fact that you have many first-time parties also debuting in this election in the state of Goa, that is. So it is definitely an election of many firsts. On one hand, you have seen the Aam Aadmi Party really bring in the cadres together. Over a year ago, they landed in Goa. They have mobilized the cadres at the very grassroots level. On the other hand, you have parties like GS, which have been rebel factions of the BJP, as they felt that BJP has not really lived up to the promises that they had made ahead of the 2012 elections. Yes, on the other hand, you have several facilities being provided as far as the voters are concerned. Certainly a day of many firsts for the people of Goa today. And that is the reason why many political analysts have gone on to say that ahead of any assembly elections in Goa, there is a certain amount of lethargy that you can see in the people. But that has changed this time because of all the new elements that have been added, whether it is in terms of party, whether it is in terms of how the crowds have been mobilized, whether it is in terms of the number of national leaders who have really come down to cast their campaign for their respective political parties.
Okay, Nishita, thank you so much for your inputs there. We'll leave it there for now, but of course we will be coming back to you. Goa has started casting its votes, and we will be tracking that very carefully here on WION. Okay, let's take a look at some of the issues that Goa faces, the issues that are on the mind of the voters. Crime rate is highest in Goa, 63.7 compared to 10.3 at national level. Then there's the drug issue, of course, a trend of school children being attracted towards that. This incident of 2 youths dying of drug overdose shocked the state. Narcotic substances are seized in raids, confirming heavy usage. Then there's the dual citizenship issue. Dual citizenship in India and Portugal may be done away with. 2 lakh Goans have a bill of identity by Portuguese authorities. And the EC has made a change in the nomination form for 2017. Candidate's declaration is that no citizenship of any other country will be accepted. Two lakh Goans have bill of identity by Portuguese authorities. The Election Commission has made a change in the nomination form for 2017. The Assembly results for 2012 had UP at about 9 seats, NDA had 21 seats, and others had 10 seats. So the Goa elections polling is underway. BJP is in government in Punjab in alliance with the we've just seen Manohar Parrikar there casting his vote in the Goa polls. It is the first day of polling has officially begun. Campaigns have now ended, and we are now seeing a three-way race between the Aam Aadmi Party, between the BJP and the Congress, and of course also the Shiv Sena and some other members there as well.
You excited, sir, or nervous? Please don't do it here. You are violating election code and you are violating my problem.
Excuse me, side us up, please, side us up.
Now the elections to Punjab and Goa now then will be followed by those in Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Manipur beginning later this month and spilling over to March, and are being billed as a major test of BJP and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's popularity post-demonetization. We are starting off with the Goa polls. Today we also have the Punjab polling that will begin around 8 a.m. as well. This is, of course, the Goa polls. We've already seen Manohar Parrikar casting his votes, and in a lot of ways, this is an election of many firsts for Goans. 2017 poll features CCTV cameras, voter-verified paper audit trail, all-women booths, GPS for flying squads to track movement and ensure prompt action.